Welcome back to the Force Nudge YouTube channel, welcome back to Football Manager 2018 and the Maidstone United save. And in today's episode, we've got what on paper should be a quite easy game. We are against bottom club MK Dons in an away game. We're in 7th place, the same place we were in last episode. We have dropped some points off screen. We have, not won every single game like last time, but we're still doing very, very well. So hopefully we can keep that going and maybe see out 2022 and maybe get into the playoffs. I think we're just about in there, or just outside the playoffs. If we can make that push, that'd be great. If you're enjoying the series, do drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when they're turn up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell to receive updates if I upload or go live, and don't forget to follow me on social media so you don't miss any of my content. In the last episode, it was a 2-1 win against Rotherham United, who went down to 9 men after 2 red cards in the space of about 2 minutes. It was another win. We've picked up plenty of wins. We've scored the most goals in the league, but we've also conceded the most. So our goal difference is not great considering where we are. But yeah, we have the best attacking record, but the worst defensive record. We started off screen with a 2-2 draw at home against Ipswich Town. Tractor Boys not having as many shots as ours. Maybe should have won this game. Bit disappointing that we didn't do so. We were behind, took a lead, but then fell back again. Warren Heritage got the 2 goals from Ipswich, opened the scoring after just 8 minutes to give them the lead. Alex Finney equalised from a set piece on 20 minutes, and then Jaden Antwi scored just 20 seconds into the second half, continuing his fantastic goal scoring form, but Heritage equalised for Ipswich in 75 minutes. A pretty tight game, but I think mistakes at the back cost us. Again, defending wasn't great. So disappointing to drop points against Ipswich, but we probably should have come away with this with a win. Next up was Hull at home. Much better performance. 4-1 home win. Another hat-trick for Jaden Antwi. He's absolutely killing it at the moment. Not as much possession. Hull a couple more shots than us, but didn't make them count. They did get 1 goal, but we scored 4. Jaden Antwi scored on 20 minutes, and then it was a 2-0 just before half-time. Callum Guy with pretty much the last kick of the half. Hull's goal was scored by Tim Evans on 49 minutes, but then Antwi scored his second on 56 minutes and then completed the hat-trick on 75 minutes. So once again, he was instrumental in our big win. Marja also a terrific performance. Set up 2 goals, 5 key passes, 3 chances created. So a great performance there. And the defending was much better in this game. It's unfortunate that Greg Kilty went off with an injury. We are really struggling with the injuries at the moment, especially out wide. Mamadou Lamba broke his leg. Now we have Kilty out for a few weeks. So that's both of our right-sided midfielders out now. We are going to go out and buy one in the January transfer window. I had a look at some free agents, but none that really jumped out at me. But once the January transfer window opens, we are definitely going to go out and buy a right winger. We suffered a bit of a blip in an away game against Sheffield Wednesday. We lost 4-1. Now, the reason for this is that we played most of the game with 10 men. Callum Guy got sent off after less than 7 minutes for a straight red card. And that's just not good enough. That's absolutely ridiculous. So that's unfortunate. And we lost 4-1. Mark Pugh opened the scoring for Sheffield Wednesday. Taylor Neal with an equaliser on 34 minutes. And then Sheffield Wednesday almost immediately went back ahead again. Pereira scored. Late in the game, they scored their 3rd and 4th goals. Pereira scored his 2nd, and then Bannon converted a penalty on 86 minutes. We also ended the match with 9 men as Taylor Neal was forced off with an injury. Once again, a winger off injured, but thankfully this injury wasn't that long. It was only a couple of days, just a bad ankle, so he was back for the next match. But yeah, the red card really cost us in this game. We were on the back foot almost immediately, and Sheffield Wednesday took advantage. And that was the start of a run of some really ridiculous games. Continued with an 8-goal thriller at Craven Cottage. 5-3 win away against Fulham. Another fantastic performance. Another hat-trick for Antwi. That's 4 hat-tricks in 8 matches for Antwi. That's absolutely unreal. I think he's got 22 goals this season at the moment. And 12 of them have come in 4 matches. It was actually Marja that opened the scoring on 12 minutes, and then Antwi got a brace before half-time, 26 minutes, and then 32 minutes. So 3-0 going in at half-time. After the restart, Troy Deeney scored a goal for Fulham, 53 minutes, to make it 3-1. Then there was a 4th goal by us, and it was Marja's 2nd goal of the game. I thought Marja was going to get a hat-trick himself, but a chance to complete it, and he hit the bar. Really should have scored, so it could have been 2 hat-tricks today, but didn't score that one. And we did complete his hat-trick not long after, 62 minutes that happens. And then Fulham got a couple of goals back. Johansson on 73 minutes, and then Deeney with a second goal of the game on 87 minutes. This was a ridiculous game, considering the fact that we conceded 3. Defending stats were still pretty good, defensive ratings. But yeah, this game was crazy. Next up was our EFL Cup quarter-final match, a home game against Brentford, who are down at the bottom of the Premier League. Again, this match was crazy. Brentford did take a lead in this match. Adam Webster scored on 24 minutes to give them the 1-0 lead. Defender, I think it was from a set piece, I don't remember though, it might have been, probably was. But our equaliser came on 42 minutes from an own goal by Joe Worrell, so we did go in a half-time 1 apiece, not too bad. I thought this would be the end of our run though, we've been doing very well, but the cup run I thought was going to come to an end. We did take a lead though. Joe Pigott on 54 minutes with Marja ineligible for the EFL Cup because he'd already played in it for another team. We couldn't play him, so Joe Pigott came in, and on 54 minutes he did give us a lead. Brentford put it back to 2-2 through Melford Rowe on 71 minutes, but then with 10 minutes left, Antwi scored a winner, and we have qualified for the semi-finals of the EFL Cup. And we're going to be taking on Manchester United over 2 legs, so I'm not looking forward to it. It's going to be an extremely interesting time. I'm debating whether to make it a live comms or not, because it's a big match. It's a cup semi-final. I'm not expecting us to win it, but I think we'll do those as live comms. In the final game we played off screen, it was a 3-2 home defeat to Norwich. This one did hurt a little bit. I did make a few changes in this one, did rotate a little bit, especially in defence. Kane and Kemper played, who are the weaker fullbacks, but Kemper's manager from Ingolstadt complaining about lack of appearances, so I thought I'd try and give him a game, especially considering Yakubu's been kind of average, and then Kane as well because Claxton had been making some mistakes as well. The defence ratings weren't good, so I chopped and changed a little bit and it didn't work. Norwich took a 2-0 lead, Cesar scoring a brace, 2 goals in about 5 minutes, so Norwich 2-0 up by half an hour. Did pull a goal back before half time through Marja, so Maidstone did get 1 back and make it 2-1. And then we made it 2-2, tailing nil on 50 minutes, pulling us back from 2-0 down. That's very, very good. But then late on, it was James Maddison, 88 minutes, just 2 minutes from time, giving Norwich a winner. We weren't at our best in this game, so that's unfortunate. Danny Rowe played well, Neil played well, but other than that, it was a pretty weak performance. So it was a mixed bag of results off screen over 6 matches. It was 3 wins, a draw and 2 defeats. In the third round of the FA Cup, we have drawn Leicester. It's going to be a difficult game. Of course, former champions back in 2016. Where are they at the moment in the table though? Let's have a look. They're in 9th place, so they're doing decently. They're sort of around mid-table. So looking at the league table, we sit in 7th place at the moment. A win today could see us rise to maybe up to 5th. Goal difference means we probably won't get any higher than that. We are joined by Fulham on 35 points and Preston as well. Bristol City and Norwich not far behind us. So we're doing really well. Really happy with how we're doing. And as you can see here, 49 goals scored, the most in the league, but 43 conceded, the most in the league. So best attacking form, worst defensive form. But we're against MK Dons today, who haven't won in the last 5. We've been a bit patchy, but at least we picked up some wins. This should be an easy game, but I mean, we've just lost to Norwich. And we did lose to Sheffield Wednesday, who are 23rd. But then we did have 10 men in that match. So we are going to go back to Yakubu and Claxton on the flanks. We do have Guy back from his suspension. So we will take out... we'll take out Kane. So we've got Guy back. Johnson's not been doing too badly. So I think we'll leave him in. But we do have Guy available on the bench if things don't really work out there. Because of the injuries to Kilty and Lambert, Danny Rowe's playing at a right midfield at the moment, so not a lot I can do about that. We don't really have any right-sided players in the reserve teams as well. We used to have Freddie Murray, but his contract ran out and it wasn't renewed. And he was sort of fairly good on the right-hand side, but probably not really ready for first team. Going to play counter-structured for this match, and then the instructions not really changed much. Very similar to what they've been all season, because our counter-attacking game is just incredible. I've gone for the prove a point kind of team talk, saying that the pundits have been talking us up, so let's prove them right. They're listening keenly, but it's not a massively positive team talk. Let's see what happens. 16 minutes played here. First highlight of the match. We're not seeing anything up to this point. And it is, well, it was them in possession, but we've just won the ball. Antwi's out wide and puts a cross in. Marge's got a good head on him, but doesn't get it on target. Could have been a chance to go 1-0 up there, but Marge's header not on target. And now a corner for MK Dons, and Morris heads wide. There's lots of space, had a free header there, but couldn't put that on target. Coming up to 34 minutes now. Morris on the ball for the Dons. Here's Kasumu. And a good tackle there by Keith Johnson. And sets free Marja. Antwi's in loads of space. And surely that's got to be a goal. There it is. 1-0, 34th minute. Antwi continues his form. I think that's 23 goals now this season. Great work by Keith Johnson to win the ball. Set free Joshua Marja. And then Antwi just completely unmarked in the world of his own. And an easy finish. And a good finish as well, but a very simple one. Half time, we do lead 1-0, but it's not been a particularly enthralling match. Few highlights, but just a 1 goal for us so far, and it came from our key player, Antwi. Okay, I've said that they've played well, but they can do better. But I think there's more to come. Just going to push Taylor Neal a little bit further forward. Just make that one change there. Just try and get him a bit more involved. I should actually point out about Taylor Neal. All that potential we had, it has gone. He's now only got a potential of 3 stars. So at 22, he probably peaked a little bit early, sort of around 2020. So, you know, back when he was about 19, 20, I think that was when he was at his best. So I think he did peak a little bit early, unfortunately. I'm just hoping that Lee Metcalf continues to impress because he's been incredible. So hopefully he can reach that 5-star potential, because I don't think I've ever had a player that's come from a youth team or that's been like this guy is a regen. He is from our youth intake. I don't think I've ever had one actually reach that 5-star potential. So it would be nice to have that. Corner for MK Dons. It's played deep. Mayer to Fox. Fox allowed to get a shot away. 1-1. As Morgan Fox with a goal. Former Charlton player. I've used him before. Well worked set piece, I'll say, from MK Dons. Played it deep. And then Morgan Fox in lots of space. Should have closed him down. Didn't. I don't know. Paid the price and lost our lead. And there is a corner straight away here though. 55 minutes. And it's Finney at the back post. And is it going to count? Error by Matthews. I thought it was going to be disallowed then. I thought I might have seen like a push in the box. But we have retaken the lead. And it's 55 minutes. And it's Alex Finney. Another set piece goal. I mean, the goalkeeper went for it and failed miserably. I'm hoping that we don't get pegged back again here. Kasumu goes long. Mayer in loads of space on the left flank. And can he put the ball in there, or is he going to go himself? He's played at Kasumu and he puts it wide. Need to be very careful here. I'm going to go standard. Counter attack. You know, we're inviting them onto us. Let's go standard. Throw in here for Alex Winter. Yakubu. Marge has got it. Still got it. Johnson. There we go. 3-1. We're getting somewhere now. Keith Johnson scores. And it is 3-1. That's his first goal for us as well. That's good. Ball in the midfielders getting a few goals this year. It's nice to see. Usually they're more defence-minded, but they're getting forward. Loads of space to find a shot. It did take a deflection as well off of this player here. Didn't see who it was. Couldn't work it out. But it's another goal. It's 3-1. I feel like we can make some changes now. We are 2 goals ahead. 15 minutes left. So we're going to move Taylor Neal to the right. We're going to take off Rowe. Going to give Gareth Simmons a game. I don't think he's ever played a minute for me. He's a winger. He's got 4-star potential. Could be decent. Who knows? At 17. We're going to give him a game. And despite his goal, I'm going to take off Johnson just because he's getting a bit tired. And we'll bring Callum Guy back in. Just going to tell him to tighten up as well. Just keep this lead going. Played very well today, but unfortunately didn't keep a clean sheet. 83 minutes. I think we'll be okay. It is 3-2. Conor Mayer's just scored. We'll see this again. Wasn't really paying too much attention, unfortunately. Wharton with the ball in there. Winter with a pretty bad clearance. Wharton tried again, and it was Mayer at the far post. So it is 3-2. That's a bit concerning. 5 minutes left. Can we hold on? Another throw in here for us. Yakubu. And a good big clearance there by Bogle. Claxton now to Neal. Neal with a shot. Oh, that's a fantastic goal. It's 4-2. Taylor Neal with a fantastic effort from a good 30 yards out. 86 minutes coming up. 4-2 up. Hopefully that's the end of it. Because, again, we're looking at another goal fest here. There's Bogle with a huge clearance. But then Claxton played it to Taylor Neal. But then Neal, a good 30 yards out. And look at the curl on that as well. Coming away from the keeper. Great performance. Finney's getting a bit tired. We're going to take him off. Let's bring on Mepham for a few minutes. Just the last few minutes. Into injury time now. I've gone defensive as well. Just to try and keep this score as it is. I don't really want to concede a third. But then it would be nice to get a fifth. Hargreaves. Morton is going to be... It's 4-3. It's 4-3. Christ, we can't stop leaking goals. We're getting wins, but we can't stop conceding. Aaron's to Hargreaves. Aaron's played through Morton again. It was well worked. Beanie's been pretty poor there. We can't stop conceding goals. And their injury time should be pretty much up now. So hopefully that's the end of it. There it is. Full time. MK Dons 3, Maidstone 4. They're bottom of the table. And we conceded 3 goals to them. I mean, a win's a win. That's fine. You know, as a team that's expected to finish rock bottom, I'll take any win as they come. But considering they're bottom, that's pretty bad. We're up to 5th. We're in the playoffs. So that's fantastic news. And only 5 points off Brighton, who are leading. Brighton having a really good season, 43 points. So we do have some interesting matches coming up. Millwall on Boxing Day, and then Wolves on New Year's Eve. Then we've got the cup game against Leicester. Then we've got the EFL Cup matches. So what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do the EFL Cup matches live. So the off-screen games, Millwall, Wolves and Leicester, I'll talk about those. And I'll do the same with the 3 championship games in between the 2 legs as well. So Preston, Sheffield United and Bristol City. So I think we will do both Man United games. And I think I'll throw in a little bit of January news in there as well, maybe. Who knows? Because, you know, January transfer window, and I think we actually might need to go out and buy some players. So I think it might be a bit of a long one. Or I might do just both legs in 2 separate videos. I'm undecided. I'll think about it and I'll let you guys know what I'm going to do. But that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, do give it a thumbs up for me. Leave comments. And if you want to see videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell to receive updates if I upload or go live. And don't forget to follow me on social media so you don't miss any of my content. I will see you next episode where we're facing Manchester United. 5 years ago, we were in the conference. So this is like amazing stuff. You know, we're giant killers here. We've beaten 3 Premier League teams in this competition. So can we make it 1 more? Can we make it 2 more and win the cup? That would be incredible. But next time, Man United, we'll see how we do. But thank you for watching and I will see you soon. Goodbye.